what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dominic Peterson, aka Duck Zone 503, talking all things Oregon football. If you guys ain't following, if you guys ain't subscribed already, go ahead and smash those buttons below to join the Duck Zone family, where we're always talking Oregon football. All right, if you guys follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I went and asked you guys what's your 2022 college football hot take. Went ahead and pulled some of the best ones. Gonna go ahead and review and talk about them right now. Rate them 1 being not so hot, rate it 5 being that's a really hot take. So rating them 1 through 5 at the end here. Go ahead and drop your hot take. If you haven't dropped yours already, might go ahead and pull it up and review them. Then at the end, also I have an audience question. So if you guys get to the end of the video, go ahead and answer the question that I'll have for you guys, just to let me know you made it to the end. All right, let's get into this hot take here. Seven McGee will lead the team in touchdown receptions. Seven McGee, big time 4-star coming out of New York. Flew 3,000 plus miles all the way to Eugene, Oregon to come be a Duck. So you know he wants to be here. Fans are excited to have him. Number 11 running back in the 2021 class. Number 177th nationally, so just sitting right outside the top 150 players for On3 Sports. Last season just didn't really get the opportunity, didn't get the play time, as a lot of these young guys didn't really get the opportunity to play time to have due to the production that was there for Oregon. You had guys like Devin Williams, Johnny Johnson, Micah Pittman, Jalen Redd. I mean, these are guys that gave a lot of production to Oregon, gave a lot of time to Oregon as starters here. So it was just really hard to get on the field and make some plays. But I could see why somebody could see Seven McGee leading touchdown receptions this year. I mean, just look at the spring game. My personal MVP of the spring game, honestly, had 6 catches, 116 yards. I mean, that's big time. Compare that to last year where he just put up 14 rushing yards for 61 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Compare that with 7 receptions, 84 yards. I mean, that was 12th in receiving yards last year. For 84 yards catching, I mean, he put up 116. Now, given it's not the starters, it's not a starting defense, but that's damn impressive. That's what he was bringing here to do, is make plays, get 6 catches, 116 yards. Do that every game. I'll be happy as a Duck fan. I believe the coaches will be happy. So, played a lot of slot receiver. Didn't really play a lot of receiver last year. Played a lot of slot receiver in the spring game was what I like to see. Caught passes from quarterback Bo Nix, who I also think will be a week 1 starter. Guess that's a hot take within itself there, but that's what I see. McGee also stated that Bo Nix is just a natural-born leader after the spring game. He talked to media and, quoted that, natural-born leader. It's always good to hear from, guys that don't have a lot of chemistry yet, just talking about how he's a leader. That's always what you want to see from your quarterback, and it's going to be awesome to see the chemistry build, not with just Seven McGee, but with this whole team. It's a really young team. We're going to see what these guys can do, and it's just been awesome. Was the most impressive playmaker on the field in the spring game, no doubt. I mean, you've seen that 70-yard pass, something that Duck fans wanted to see all year last year. Just to pass over 20 yards would be nice. And he just the first play, 70 yards down the field to Seven McGee out of everybody. You could argue, I guess, Chase Cota, had a better performance, but I think I had to go to give my MVP to Seven McGee. Just off that first play alone, just was like, yes, that's what we wanted to see. He's going to have a lot of competition to be number 1, though. We're talking about being the number 1 touchdown receiver on the field. I mean, you got guys you're going to compete against like Chris Hudson, who and along with 2nd receiving last year, put up 31 catches, 419 yards, 2 touchdowns. In 2020 was the number 40 wide receiver, number 204th player nationally, so big time recruit coming in at receiver. Then you pair that with the 2021 class, which was just legendary. Troy Franklin was a 4-star, number 6 wide receiver, number 43 nationally. Ended up being 5th in receiving yards last year. Most of his production came in the bowl game. Put up 18 catches, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns last year. Dante Thornton's another guy, big-time guy, 4-star, number 10 wide receiver in that 2021 class. So you're bringing in number 6, number 10 wide receiver in one class. Number 71 nationally, so top 100 players. I mean, that is big time for Oregon at the receiver position. We just got done talking about the linebacker position. Wow, look at that. Thornton was 8th in receiving last year, so a little ahead of Seven McGee as well. 9 catches, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. A lot of these young guys got their production in the bowl game. Chris Hudson, was in and out of the lineup. He actually got a nice amount of playing time rather than Franklin Thornton. But just didn't really get the opportunity to show it. And, to say he'll go number one, I could see it. Made a lot of plays along with him and Coda, you could argue, to make an easy prediction like that. So I don't see it as being so hot, but just with the competition you have and, wide receiver, you gotta have the chemistry with the quarterback to be the top receiver. So there's that as well. Just, how well do you mix with Bo Nix? And as we can see early on, it looks like Coda and Seven have a real good connection with Bo so far. Brian McClendon, former Oregon wide receiver coach and current Georgia wide receiver coach, talking about coach swaps, landed both Franklin and Thornton in 2021, making the best Oregon wide receiver class ever. McGee makes the switch from running back to looks like it's going to be slot receiver. Going to be real hard to compete against, some of the top wide receivers in the nation. I mean, these guys are predicted to be first-round draft picks, Thornton and Franklin and Hudson. So, going to be hard. Seven wasn't really, as I said, wasn't really being used at receiver. Made that switch to running back. So he'll have a chance. He'll have a chance to make a lot of plays, get a lot of touchdowns, and pair that with Dillingham's offense. The pro offense that really focuses on getting the ball down the field, making big plays, the passing game in general instead of running the ball up the middle on 3rd and 15. So that's going to be nice. To say he's going to be number one, it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to go ahead and do this hot take grade right now. I'm going to go ahead and say 3.5 out of 5. I do see a path, and especially the way he performed in the spring game gives me a lot of confidence that he could be the number one playmaker for the Ducks. But given that you got highly rated recruits like Thornton, Franklin, and Hudson, that's going to be out there with them, taking away production. You're going to have to get the ball to those guys as well, along with Coda, who also really balled out. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard competition. That's why I'm giving it a 3.5. Now, my audience question, if you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. Go ahead and answer it in the comments so I know you made it to this point in the video. How many touchdown receptions do you think Seven McGee will finish in the 2022 season? So not do you think he'll have the most touchdowns, but how many touchdowns do you think he'll have receiving? Go ahead and answer that below. If you have a hot take, go ahead and drop it as well. Might review it. As always, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Duck fans always appreciate the love. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Go Ducks, as always.